Hello, scholars. So this week in our reading lesson, we read a story about gorillas, and it mentioned one that learned sign language to communicate. And it reminded me that I have a story called Coco's Kitten. And on the cover, you can see the gorilla and a little kitten that I wanted to read to you because I thought about it during the lesson and really love this story. I wish we could be reading it on the carpet. But let's begin reading Coco's Kitten. Coco was born on the 4th of July. Every year they had a party for Coco with cake, sparkling apple cider, and lots of presents. Coco knows what birthdays are. When asked what she does for her birthday, Coco answers eat, drink, and get old. 3 days before Coco's party, and that's Penny, Coco's friend that takes care of her. So Penny said, I'm going to go shopping today. What do you want for your birthday? Cereal there, goods there, drink, Coco signed. But what presents do you want? I asked. Cat, answered Coco. Later she repeated, cat, cat, cat. So in this page, Coco and Penny are having a conversation through sign language. So they're using their hands to communicate. And there's a picture right there of Coco. I wasn't surprised that Coco asked for a cat. I have been reading to Coco for many years, and two of her favorite stories have been Puss in Boots and The Three Little Kittens. Coco gets very involved in the stories I read her. When reading the story The Three Little Kittens Who Lose Their Mittens, Coco sees their mother get angry and that kittens are crying. Mad, Coco signs. Coco loves picture books. Gorilla books are her favorites. Cat books are next. She likes to go off on her own with the books to study the pictures and sign to herself. On her birthday, I gave Coco the usual assortment of presents: apple juice, some special fruits and nuts, and a baby doll. I didn't want to give Coco a stuffed toy because I knew she'd eventually destroy it. The only durable toy cat I could find was in a mail order catalog, and I ordered it right away. It was made of cement and covered with vinyl and black velvet. I chose it because it looked real and it was very sturdy, gorilla proof. The toy cat didn't arrive in time for Coco's birthday, so I decided to save it for Christmas. In December, I made a list for Coco. I drew about 20 pictures: fruits, vegetables, nuts, dolls, cones, and blankets. Every year, Coco gets a stocking and lots of presents. She loves Christmas. What do you want for Christmas? I asked as I showed Coco the presents. Coco carefully studied the booklet. Then she pointed to a doll, nuts, and a cat. I bought Coco some nuts and a new doll. I wrapped the toy cat and put it with the rest of her presents. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back and show you that picture just one last time because I know you all love to look at the pictures. Look, they're reading a book just like we are now. All right. On Christmas morning, Coco ate her cereal and opened her stocking. It was filled with nuts. Coco threw the nuts aside and went to her next prize, or present. Coco unwrapped a doll. That stink, Coco signed. Then she came to the velvet cat. That red, she signed. Coco often used the word red to express anger. Coco was very upset. She started running back and forth, banging her hands on the wall. She was doing display charges at me. They were angry, angry charges. It is natural for gorillas to display when frightened or in great danger. They run sideways, pound their chests, then go down on all fours and run back and forth. But this was Christmas, usually a happy day for Coco, and she was with people she loved. Later in the day, Barbara, a friend who had known Coco since she was a baby gorilla, arrived. "That looks like a black cat," Barbara said to Coco. "Would you show it to me?" Coco did not answer. She put a blanket over her head. "Could I see it?" Barbara asked. Coco pulled a rag over the toy cat, then tossed it in the air. "That cat, that," Coco signed. "Please let me see it," said Barbara. Coco gave her her toy dinosaur instead. I finally understood Coco's strange behavior. She was unhappy with her Christmas present. I had made a mistake. Coco did not want to submit and velvet toy cat. Coco wanted a real pet cat. Coco wanted a pet. All right, so here's Coco with the doll. And then that's the fake cat. It looks so real that they gave Coco. Things don't always happen quickly where we live. Every day is full of its own activities. So it was almost 6 months later when Karen, one of my assistants, arrived with 3 kittens. The kittens had been abandoned by their mother and raised by a dog. Karen showed the kittens to Coco. "Love that," Coco signed. As we showed Coco the kittens, she gave each one her blow test. When Coco meets a new animal or person, she blows in their face. I think she's trying to get a better scent. When she blows at a person, she expects them to blow back. Maybe she expects the kitten to blow back too. The first kitten was smoky gray and white. Coco's blow test took him by surprise. The second kitten was a tailless gray tabby. He was also startled by the blow test. The third kitten was a brown tabby cat, and it did not react at all to the blow test. After the blow test, Coco seemed to have made some judgments about the kittens. Which one do you want?" we asked. "That," signed Coco, pointing to the tailless tabby. Right there, you can see the kitten. I'm not sure why Coco picked the gray tabby as her favorite. I never asked her. Perhaps it was because he didn't have a tail. A gorilla has no tail too. That night, all 3 kittens went home to Karen. 2 days later, the kittens came back for another visit. Coco was happy to see them. "Visit love tiger cat," Coco signed. First, she picked up the smoky gray and white one. Then Coco took the tailless tabby and carried him on her thigh. After a while, she pushed him up onto the back of her neck. "Baby," Coco signed. She cradled the tabby with her legs and examined its paws. Coco squeezed and the tabby's claws came out. "Cat do scratch," Coco signed. Coco loved. "What will you name the kitten?" I asked. "All ball," Coco sighed. "Yes," I said, "like a ball. He has no tail." Ball stayed overnight as a visiting kitten. By the end of the week, Ball was a permanent member of our household. Coco had her kitten at last. So this picture is kind of hard to see, but you can see that the gorilla's hands and feet and the little kitten inside of it, just sitting right there. For the first few weeks, Ball lived in my house. Every evening at 6 o'clock, I would take Ball to Coco's trailer for an evening visit. I carried the kitten in my pocket as I prepared Coco for bed. Coco soon grew accustomed to this routine. "What happens at night?" I asked. "All Ball," signed Coco. "Right," I said. "Ball visits you at night." When he was older, Ball snuck into Coco's trailer by himself. It worried me in the beginning. I did not know how Coco would treat the kitten unsupervised. As it turned out, Coco was always gentle. Ball was never afraid of her. There you can see Ball sitting on top of Coco. Kittens should not be separated from their mothers until they're at least 6 weeks old. Poor Ball was abandoned by his mother at birth, which might have accounted for some of his faults. Ball was an unusual cat. He was very aggressive. He would go up to people and bite them for no reason. He would bite Coco too. Cat bite obnoxious, Coco signed, but never struck back. Coco did not like to be scratched or bitten, but she loved Ball in spite of his naughty behavior. Tell me a story about Ball, I said. Coco loves Ball. So here, Penny asked Coco to tell a story about Ball, and he signed love. And here, they're playing. You can see the big hands of the gorilla and the little teeny tiny kitten. All right. Coco treated Ball as if he were her baby. The first time she picked him up, she tried to tuck him in her thigh. That's where mother gorillas put their infants. Older babies are carried on their mother's back. Coco tried to do this too with Ball. Coco was a good gorilla mother. She combed and petted Ball to keep him clean. She also examined his eyes, ears, and mouth to make sure he was healthy. It was Coco who discovered Ball's ear mites. So here in this picture, you can see Ball right there in the thigh of Coco. And here you can see Coco put Ball on the back. Ball was often a topic of conversation during Coco's lessons. Love visit, Coco signed when Ball and I arrived for a morning lesson. Ball, I said. Trouble, signed Coco. Love. Coco seemed to enjoy conversations about her kitten. The dialogue took place between Coco and a research assistant named Janet. I'll give some grapes if you tell me about Ball, the cat, Janet said. Soft, Coco signed. What kind of animal is he? Janet asked. Cat, 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 Coco answered. Do you love Ball? Soft, good cat, cat, Coco signed. In addition to sign language, art was another way I tested Coco's perceptions. Ball lay with a green toy on an orange towel. I gave Coco a canvas and some paints and asked her to draw a ball. Coco had 10 colors to choose from. She picked black for Ball's body. Next, she picked orange for the towel and green for the toy. What about Ball's eyes? I asked. Coco picked tan. So in this picture, you have Ball sitting on the green or the orange towel with the green toy, and this was Coco's drawing of it. Pretty impressive for a gorilla. Coco loves to play games. Her favorites are chase, blow it, and tickle. Coco likes to be tickled, and she thinks that others will like it too. Tickle, Coco signed to Ball when they were lying on the floor together. Ball was not a good tickler, nor did he like to be tickled. So Coco and I pretend. I tickled Coco while carrying the kitten in my hand. Coco thought this was very funny. Chase, blow it, enjoy, Coco signed to Ball. In Blow It, Coco blows as hard as she can into the face of her playmate. It's not hard to understand why this game was not one of Ball's favorites. Chase is similar to tag. Players run back and forth and chase each other. This is a popular game among gorillas in the wild, but Ball never quite caught on to chase. Coco did not realize that kittens don't necessarily enjoy gorilla games. Coco did understand that kittens like warmth, affection, and attention. And Coco supplied plenty. So up here, our caption says, Coco tries to tickle Ball. And over here, we also have them trying to tickle one another. Look at how much bigger Coco is. All right, let's keep going. On a foggy December morning, one of the assistants told me that Ball had been hit by a car and had died instantly. I was shocked and unprepared. I didn't realize how attached I had grown to Ball, and I had no idea how the news would affect Coco. The kitten meant so much to her. He was Coco's baby. I went to Coco at once. I told her that Ball had been hit by a car, and she would not get to see him again. Coco did not respond. I thought she didn't understand, so I left the trailer. 10 minutes later, I heard Coco cry. It was a distress call, a loud, long series of high-pitched hoots. I cried too. 3 days later, Coco and I had a conversation about fall. Do you want to talk about your kitty? I asked. Cry, sighed Coco. Can you tell me more about it? I asked. Blind, she said. We don't get to see him anymore, do we? What happened to your kitty? I asked. Sleep, cat, Coco signed. A few weeks later, Coco saw a picture of a gray tabby who looked very much like Ball. She pointed to the picture and signed, cry, sad, frowned. It was an unhappy time. So here's a picture, and you can tell that Coco is very sad that she lost her kitty. News of All Ball's death traveled quickly. We received thousands of letters. People of all ages wrote to us and expressed their sympathy. Some sent cards to us, and others sent photographs, and many children created pictures. They all had one message, that Coco should have a new cat. As we approached Christmas, I wanted to get Coco a new kitten. I had no idea how difficult that would turn out to be. On December 20th, Barbara asked Coco, what would you like for Christmas? Cat, cat, tiger, cat, was Coco's reply. We heard of Mannix, who was soon expecting a litter. We waited weeks until we discovered that the cat was just getting fat. Christmas came and went. In January, I showed Coco a picture of 3 kittens. One had a long tail, one had a short tail, and one was tailless. When you get another kitty, what kind of cat would you like? I asked. That, Coco signed as she pointed to the tailless cat. We'll get you a kitty like that, I said. Is that okay? Good, nice, Coco answered. How do you feel about kitties? I asked. Cat Gorilla have visit, she signed. Coco love. Coco was ready for a new kitten. If only I could find one. More time went by. I called the Humane Society. They had no kittens at all, let alone a rare tailless Mannix. I called another place and was disappointed again and again. I was told that not many kittens were born during this time of year. The worst part of this period was my feeling that I was letting Coco down. I watched as someone would ask Coco, where's your cat? And she would look around almost as if she was doing a double take, as if she were looking for Ball. So here are the pictures that Penny showed her of tailless, tailed, and a short-tailed cat. And then here they are, reading the letters that people wrote to them. Then our luck changed. We received a letter from a breeder of Mannix cats who wanted to help. He didn't have any kittens then, but he called another Mannix breeder nearby until he located a litter of Mannix kittens in Southern California. They were just about ready to leave their mother. We set the date for March 17th. The day before, I told Coco she was getting a new kitty, a red kitty. Red is Coco's favorite color. She was very excited. Then another delay. The breeder called. I'm sorry, he said. The kitten is not coming today. Coco was upset. I was disappointed. Trouble, she signed. We are having some trouble getting you a new kitty. We have been trying very hard, I explained. Finally, on March 24th, a red tiger-striped Mannix was brought to our home. Seeing the kitten, Coco purred with pleasure. It was a wonderful moment. She placed him on her chest and petted him. Let me hold the kitty, I said, but Coco would not let go. She kissed and cradled her kitty. Baby, she signed. Coco was happy. Her new kitten had come to stay. So here's Coco, the big gorilla, holding its new little cat. The end. And that is the story of Coco's kitten.